Okay.
I like that. I really like that.
And that to me is one of the things I look
Researchers put them in different habitats. They string an electric fence, and these things are conditioned to humans anyway. They don't run away. So they leave them for a period of time, like a month, in these different habitats, and then they bring them back. They bring them back from there, and they weigh them again. When they have those elk, it's pretty good. You have to stop and experiment early. Oh yeah. Elk.
We're not talking about that.
No.
We are not talking about timber.
My point is deep, dense conifer wood cover is not the primary thing that the elk need. The researchers have said no, just like the cattle people found out 30 years ago, the most important thing for elk is the nutrition and the shape they're in at the end of summer. Because going into the fall, that body fat and good nutrition emphasizes pregnancy rates, it emphasizes how many calves are born, the weight of the calf, and the health of the animal through the winter and coming back into the spring. And so all this Bible, biblical preaching about how important the winter habitat is the most critical thing, it's no longer that.
If this exchange goes as it's planned, the lands in Benoit and Latah County that currently support harvestable elk, an elk that if you talk to anybody around here, they see, and my neighbor has photos of 165 elk right at the edge of one of the pieces that we're talking about trading. I haven't seen quite that many ones myself. And this photo is less than 2 years old. Why do you support trading something that's working right now for something that hopefully will work? And maybe you've got lots of science that say it will work. Why can't we have it all? Why not? Why don't you support a purchase option?
That would be the most wonderful thing.
Okay.
And what we support is the Forest Service EIS process and letting the system work and people make their interest known, and the Forest Service will make a decision when this is all done.
I'm just glad to see that wildlife is a part of this, because a lot of times it's not. And just going back to the whole idea of logging being a detriment, I think one of the things that happened, I used to work in the Forest Service as a retired teacher now. Clear cutting done appropriately actually can benefit them. As long as you leave, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a big.
I'm sorry. We've
a clear cut limited. Yeah, and I have to. And 40-acre clear cuts. As long as we limit our clear cutting to plots, if we're going to clear cut 40 acres, life's good. I think it's been pretty widely shown that the elk will utilize almost every bit of that 40 acres. When you start exceeding 40 acres, things start going apart. And that's kind of what's happened. You say, well, things that are working, you'd have to say that things are working well here, but they're not working well up there.
I know they're not.
And when you look at the number of sections...
I'm not saying that the Forest Service shouldn't get up there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the price is wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's. I just talked to the appraisers, and you might. I mean, I was enlightened a little bit on the appraisal, and that piece is still yet to be decided. What is that land worth? And I said, is it a blanket appraisal? And she said, no. Each parcel is appraised differently depending on comparables in the area. So the stuff over here on Gold Hill will be done more with a rural residential kind of an appraisal rate. whereas stuff that's down here by Dvorak might be more of a
Like
recreation
the piece
property.
right next to Dvorak State Park.
Yeah.
I've read the maps. I haven't read the whole thing.
Yeah, same.
I've read the maps.
But you're right too, saying that the elk hunting. I mean, the elk need open area. I mean, in 1910, after the big burn that came through, they did well. They had to be reintroduced from over in Yellowstone, and once they began to take over, things really got to be pretty nice. And now as timber has grown back in.
And on Thursday we'll be at Elk City at the Forest Service office there.
And why should people care?
Mostly people that are interested are very interested because some of the federal lands are close to where they live, they're close to where they like to recreate, and they're very concerned about losing some of their lands that they're close to that they enjoy using.
Gotcha. Anything else you want to add?
You did a good job of asking questions.
What if you knew you were working hand in glove with an organization that's receiving money from the outfit that wants to take over the land, receiving money from them for robbing you? Right there. They're receiving money from WPT to do this lobby, and you're taking them in like they're your cousins and brothers or whatever. How can you do that? That, I've talked to, I don't know, 6 or 7 lawyer friends of mine. They say, are you kidding me, Harvey? They're allowing that? They're doing that? I said, yes, they are. When I asked them how much money they received first I asked them, have you received money from them? They wouldn't answer me. They finally said, yes. Administrative fees we received. How much? We can't tell you that. Now, does that look a little strange to you? It does to everybody I've ever been to.
I think Rick responded to you about your questions with Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation in an email recently. He did a good job getting back to you with your questions. Rick Brazel, our forest supervisor. You sent an email and he replied to you about Rocky Mountain Elk's participation in the land exchange. I got a copy of it. So, you know, I think that he did a good job of trying to help explain to you their involvement.
You know what it reminded me of? When I worked in the Soviet Union, I would get to the bureaucrats to try to get help from them for the people who looked at them, and they would start shuffling off the table. Yes, Mr. Deeks, you're from America, right? Yes, sir. Well, this is not, that's what it sounded like.
Harvey, did you have questions for me about the draft environmental impact statement today? Because I think there are a few people that would like to ask me some questions. And
yeah, I just asked you my question. Why are you doing it? That was my question. Against the will of probably 85 to 90% of the people in the area.
And I explained about why we're interested in acquiring the upper lot soils to be able to manage it as a whole landscape instead of having to
We're not against that. Most people are not against that.
So that,
in fact, that we would have helped. We tried to help. We've talked to various people who could have helped, but the Forest Service never got on the bandwagon on that purchase. It was always trade, trade, trade.
Rick's new alternative that he described, did you get to read about alternative D in the draft? Did you see how he's interested in slowing the exchange part down in an attempt to try to get more acquisition money to increase the purchase part and decrease the exchange part? And he knows that people like you can make a difference in that, in trying to help us find more money to do the purchasing.
Well, here's something that needs to be changed. For a government agency to have the authority to take away, literally, at their discretion, lands owned by the people who live next to it, who recreate in it, and work in it, that's what needs to be changed. Right now, you would feel you have that discretion to go in and start the process, to remove the land, no matter what the people think or care about the area. That's got to be changed.
So are you going to have a chance to write your comments down by February 23rd? Because that sounds like an important comment that you'd like us to get. And I know that for me, it's most valuable to get, your comments in the written format, so I know exactly what your intent is. And those are due February 23rd, and I'm hoping that you'll have time to, write those to us and get them in.
I don't believe you're going to pay any attention to me.
Maybe it doesn't matter which
Okay?
time.
From what I've observed. I've talked to Mr. Brazell one-to-one, talked to Mr. Riley one-to-one. My opinion is you decided, you on the local level, what you're going to do to 150,000 people. You're going to do it. That's what I think. They're handing this out there. About this copy of it. Someone wrote a poem about this. Okay. Tell the story.
You realize that? Sounds pretty good to me.
That Elk Creek stuff that you guys are going to, or that the Forest Service is going to give away is some of the very best elk habitat on the pollution.
What the Elk Foundation is in favor of is the environmental impact statement process taking its course.
You guys are as corrupt as it gets. Blix has donated to the Elk Foundation, and Alan and Blix are friends. It's a bunch of shit as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if you want to listen to we're a non-profit that exists with donations. Look at all the oil companies give money to us, and I don't hear anybody complaining about that. Corporate America wants to give to non-profits that do good work, and we're one of them.
Well, if the nature is, when we talk to the forest supervisor, and I was 30 years on the Kings District, oh boy, some of the best elk, deer, moose. This place is loaded. We talked to the forest supervisor, and of course, Fish and Game says, you don't know whether this exchange is doing lots for the inadverse fisheries. And even the DEIS says the water's clear up there.
Well, I beg to differ with you.
Well, now, wait a minute. Yeah, no. You can look at Fish and Game's letter that they sent in on it. And then you can look at what they say about the elk. It's Idaho Fish and Game. That's not life here. So when we pin that down with Rick, he says, well, if we don't get this land up there, then somebody might develop it. And my answer to him is, do you think Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and Nature Conservancy and the public trust land that's in on that Montana, that they would let somebody do that? And if they did, what would that do? And he said, well, it interrupt wildlife. And how come it is that down here on the cruise we have all these people and all this wildlife? If that up there, only being summer range, is going to interrupt.
Just one thing about that up there. I haven't seen it. Everybody tells me the Forest Service has put together a soil erosion plan for those Western Pacific lands. And there's about $1 million worth of work that needs to be done on those roads, fixing up culverts, looking at bad spots. You know,
But $1 million is nothing.
Yeah, well,
Wait a minute, it's nothing up there. And I'll tell you what, because they haven't surveyed it. They don't know exactly what it's going to cost. And they had, that they got some checkerboard land in the upper North Fork about 15, 14 years ago on the Clearwater, some DAW, and took this red clock match. And they traded it for solid rock, 16,000 acres. All they have done in 14 years is shut off road. You know what they said they were going to do? As they say they're going to do it, manage as E1 ground. E1 ground is timber management. Why why are you going to take out the roads if you're going to manage for timber?
Aren't going to take out all the roads, but some of the heavily eroded areas where you can still manage the timber without a road.
But that's skyline country. It's not like dozer country.
Yeah.
So they didn't put in any more roads than what they had to. They might have used smaller culverts.
Have you seen the map they got over there of the roads?
It's what?
Have you seen the map they got over there of the roads up to some of that stuff?
Sure, I've seen it.
Looks like spaghetti.
But you're looking down, and you know when you're looking down in the street, it's different. I was up there on the Crooked Fire. I helped investigate the Crooked Fire. It was escaped from fire. That's steeper than house. You're going to manage it for even ground. You know what even ground requires when you manage for timber? In the DEIS, it says you've got to put out a fire almost immediately. They don't want, because that's supposed to be small trees. That's your future in E1 management. 93% of it is E1 ground.
I think they got some quotes from the Clearwater wildlife biologist that says one of the reasons he's keen on getting it is they'll be able to do more prescribed burning up there and improve an elk habitat. And I don't believe that their goal, maybe you read it and understand it better than I do, but I don't believe that their goal is heavy timber production for all that land.
Well, it's the forest timber land they got, but that's what it says in the DEIS. That's what the public is being fed, that 93% of that ground up there is E1 ground. They only have 2.6% of the 40,000 acres in winter range. That's all. And that's probably generous, given the amount of snowfall. So summer range, so they're either lying to the public and trying to get this exchange. From what us fellows that worked on the Palouse for so many years know about the Palouse, I can tell you if you went over there and asked the Forest Service a single thing about a parcel of land, they would not be able to tell you because they don't know. But we do.
Yeah.
In 1965, I came to the Palouse to work. We never saw a moose on the Palouse. In 1997, I drew a permit to kill a moose. I went 15 miles from Potlatch, shot a nice bull moose on opening day. That year, they killed 22 moose in collision with motor vehicles in Latah County. Now, it's amazing country down here. It's fertile. It's winter range for them. Young lady that's out there, 165 elk right outside the door of Highway 95. It'd be preposterous, and they preposterous to back this exchange with those conditions.
I wanted to ask you about full-time Palouse employees. Have you guys got a guy named Goya that's a member of your outfit?
Who?
Goya?
Not that I know of.
Not a John Goya?
No, John Galea.
Goya.
Galea was the best ranger I ever worked for. He was there in 70 to 75. He was on the district. He came from Alaska, 12 years from Alaska. He was on the district for 2 weeks when he told the forest supervisor, this is not the bad. As long as I am ranger on this district, not 1 acre will be exchanged. That's how he saw the problem, and he didn't exchange 1 acre. John Galea was the fellow that came into the district, and we were using cats and jammers on the Palouse. And Galea said, what the hell are we doing to the land? So he said, we're not going to
They're fully funded. They said there's no
You
guarantees
are?
of fully funding, and it may never happen.
I don't know.
And they know. All
Well,
you
who
guys
are
know.
you?
You know there's no funding.
I'm Andy.
Okay, I
Andy
thought
Haas.
that's who you were.
Yeah.
No,
They know
if
full well
the
there's no
right legislators got on it and they decided that it's going to happen, I would almost bet you that they would come up with it. Because you know what we're talking about? We're talking about peanuts here when you talk about the hundreds of billions and trillions that we're talking about. This is peanuts.
But why should the taxpayers buy back land that they owned? Shouldn't have to.
No, but I'm talking about buying the Upper Luxor
Right,
land.
but that was public
Right.
land,
Yeah, it was scam
illegitimately
going on.
taken,
Yes, yes.
Oh, you're talking
stolen,
about the
sawed
railroad.
off,
Yeah.
decimated, and then they want the taxpayers to buy it back. That's wrong.
I'm
They need
curious
to
how
pay down
much
the
it costs to
debt.
get the juice, to get them to force this on us.
I don't know. Hey, listen, didn't come here to debate.
No more lies. 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 No more lies.